Sorry for taking so long. I've been really busy with the Stranger Things Part 2 video.
God, forgive me.
So anyway, let's get into it.
It amounts to a kind of rebirth.
Welcome back to The Last Intention. Try to keep us into watching a bunch of movies. Today we're talking about the Spider-Man Brand New Day trailer. This video is taking me so long to make. I've seen so many positive reviews and reactions about this trailer. Now my initial reaction wasn't necessarily negative, but the trailer wasn't good. Is this AI? At first I thought that this was Silk from the comic books, not the material. But it seems like they're making him into Tobey Maguire's Spider-Man. I mean, the opening of the trailer is a blatant ripoff of Andrew Garfield's Spider-Man. And the scene, which is also from the same movie.
You just hit me with a van! Hello.
Now you know it's sad when you're riding the coattails of Tasm 2.
Oh boy.
Is this AI? Because there's no context for the scene. AI struggles with context. Other scenes have context. Just look at these. They look generated. Those buildings don't even have the same orientation. Anyway, let's just move on. I don't understand why he's fighting the Hand. I don't like that he knows Frank Castle but hasn't tried to re-establish other relationships.
What did you say your name was?
And if you're gonna say that they're both so active in New York that they see each other all the time, I'd like to remind you that neither one of these arseholes showed up during Thunderbolts. Which brings me to my point of the video. Every MCU Spider-Man trailer had pre-established characters in it to help sell the movie. Homecoming had Tony Stark, Far From Home had Nick Fury, and I don't even want to talk about No Way Home. Now, are these characters the reason for the MCU Spider-Man success? Probably not. But unfortunately, we will never know for sure. Would Homecoming be as successful without Tony Stark? Probably, but we'll never know. That's why there's an asterisk next to his success. That's why Frank Castle's in the fucking trailer. I fucking love John Bernthal's Punisher, but it ain't gonna make me want to watch the movie. I mean, I'm gonna watch it, but that's not the reason why I'm gonna watch it.
Fair enough.
This is the same as that WAP song from Cardi B and Megan Thee Stallion. It has like a 500 million views and the audio almost has 400 million views. Would it have achieved the same success if the women in the video weren't dressed provocatively? Would people would have listened to it if the lyrics weren't so sexual? We will never know. They can clearly write good music and they have a sense of rhythm, so they could have dressed and written a less sexually suggestive music video and achieved the same success. But we'll never know. It got so bad that She-Hulk thought that having a taste of it would afford them some success. And that didn't fucking work. Minecraft didn't even rely on their IP alone and thought it necessary to cast Jack Black and Jason Momoa in a live action movie. I mean, Super Mario wasn't even immune to this. For some reason, Nintendo deluded themselves into thinking that a Super Mario movie needed star power. Pun intended. So they cast Anya Taylor-Joy, Jack Black, and Chris Pratt to play the leads, and now recently Brie Larson, because for some fucking reason they thought that they had more recognition than fucking Super Mario. The movie would have definitely been successful without them, but now we will never fucking know. Now don't get me wrong, Tom Holland seems like a decent guy, and he's a fantastic actor. My gripe with him is the fans' unconditional love for him. Like his Peter Parker could be a PDF file, and some fans would be like,
that's fine.
I mean, when the trailer for the Odyssey dropped, most of the YouTube shorts that I saw about the Odyssey was about Tom Holland being cast as Telemachus. There are some people that think he does his own stunts. Now I know he's capable of doing them, having a background in gymnastics, but you are delusional to think that he would, could, and that the studio would allow him to do this shit. Also, you delusional fucks, that's CGI. Every time he's mid-air or fully suited, he's CGI. Every stunt he ever fucking does is either CGI or a very talented stunt person. You didn't hear anything about Alfred Molina doing his own stunts, because he didn't. He didn't have to. There are some scenes where he didn't need to be CGI, and he was for some reason. Even in the trailer, he's CGI when he runs. Wow, look at Josh Brolin and Mark Ruffalo doing their own stunts. It's okay that Tom Holland doesn't do his own stunts, and that most of the cool scenes are CGI. What isn't okay is that the artists that made the awesome scenes aren't given adequate credit, and that some fans are so blind to that fact that they don't attribute that appreciation to those who deserve it. All of these fucking people worked on the VFX and animation for this movie, and all of the fan appreciation went to Tom Holland. Now, Tom Holland didn't ask for the appreciation, and he didn't claim credit for it. So it's not his fault. It's definitely your fault. You blindly attribute your love and appreciation of awesome scenes to the actor in the scene, instead of the amazing talented artists behind the scenes that deserve it. You are quick to bitch and moan when the VFX are bad and blame the people that probably didn't have enough time to finish it, but when something like Far From Home comes out and the visuals are fucking stunning, then there's nothing, not a whisper mentioning the VFX artists. Now I'm just repeating myself to make it clear. Also, the list of people ignored for these incredible scenes is insanely long, so I'm just wasting time. This is at 2 times speed, by the way. But while I do have you here, there are people like Brie Larson that claims that she does her own stunts. Bitch, all your action scenes are CGI. The scenes that you're actually in, you can't fucking act. Another asterisk, an obelix if you will, is that the last 2 movies were practically Avengers level threats, taking the grounded friendly neighborhood Spider-Man and making it into these convoluted over-the-top CGI heaps of garbage, as though the success of the product is dependent on how high the stakes are. Like, I don't even think Captain America or the fucking Hulk could have solved Far From Home, but somehow Tom Holland's Spider-Man squeaked it out. There are like a billion fucking drones and none of them could kill him.
Can you explain that?
Homecoming will always be my favorite Tom Holland Spider-Man movie. It was grounded for the most part, and it was mainly about Peter Parker trying to balance his two lives. It had a great message of responsibility, what true power is, and what it means to be a hero, which none of these two movies came close to portraying, because it was so convoluted with so much bullshit.
Hey. I didn't tell you where. You don't have a location.
Right, of course. Yeah, my bad, silly. Yeah. Where is it?
There's so much more I want to say, but this tangent hit an iceberg a while ago, so let's just end it here.
Sorry. Show's over.
Anyway, that's it. Fuck off.
And just remember, no one will ever be able to hate you more than you already hate yourself.
Would it have achieved the same success? Would it fuck, come on. Would it have achieved the same success if the women in the video weren't dressed provocatively?